Forget the Hollywood cliches of voodoo dolls. Welcome to Ushi no KOKU MAIRI, the 2 a.m. shrine visit. This is Japan's authentic, ancient, and deeply terrifying curse ritual. Brace yourself for a dark ride. The magic, or rather, the horror, begins during Ushi Mitsudoki, the hour of the ox. According to traditional Japanese cosmology, this falls roughly between 2 and 2:30 a.m. It is considered the demon gate of time, the absolute peak of negative energy. During this dead of night, when even the trees are said to sleep, the veil between our world and the spirit realm is paper thin, making it the perfect time to summon supernatural forces. Your destination? A jinja, a traditional Shinto shrine. By day, these are sacred, tranquil places meant for peaceful prayers and divine protection. But this ritual perverts that very concept. By trespassing into a highly public, sacred space at night, the cursor commits the ultimate taboo. They intend to hijack the shrine's powerful divine energy and twist it to fuel their own personal malicious vendetta. It is the ultimate contradiction of faith. Meet your weapon, the Wara Ningyo, a straw effigy. This is not a mass-produced toy. It is a meticulously crafted surrogate for your victim. To make the curse inescapable, practitioners use what anthropologists call contagious magic. They must place a physical piece of the target, like a lock of hair, fingernails containing their DNA, or a photograph, inside the straw body. This creates a lethal, unbreakable metaphysical link between the doll and the doomed individual. To deliver the pain, you need a gosen kugi, a massive 5-inch iron nail. We're talking about 15 centimeters of cold, heavy, rusty resentment. Armed with a hammer, the cursor violently drives this massive spike into the specific part of the straw doll where they want the victim to suffer, be it the head for madness or the chest for a heart attack. It is a highly physical, exhausting manifestation of pure, unadulterated hatred. The execution of the ritual is brutal. You do not just hit the doll. You must nail it directly into the shrine's Goshinboku, the sacred ancient tree. By physically wounding this holy vessel, you are forcing the resident deity to enact your revenge. And you cannot just do this once. You must return to the pitch-black forest, repeating this terrifying process for 7 consecutive nights to complete the curse. This nightmare traces its roots back to the Heian era, the 8th to 12th century imperial period, with the legend of Hashihime, the bridge princess. Consumed by unbearable jealousy over a lover, this noblewoman supposedly locked herself away, painted her face blood red, and bathed in a freezing river for 21 days until she literally transformed into a living, murderous demon. It is the ultimate historical precedent for obsessive revenge. Hashihime's dark transformations supposedly began at Kibune Shrine in Kyoto. Ironically, today, Kibune is a breathtakingly beautiful tourist spot known as the birthplace of Emma, wooden wishing plaques, and dedicated to a pure water deity. Yet it holds this terrifying dual nature. Because the deity's power to grant wishes is considered so absolute, when a prayer is twisted by dark, negative emotions, the shrine transforms into Japan's most feared location for curses. Fast forward to the Edo era, the 17th to 19th century. While the elite samurai ruled, this dark art was popularized among commoners through ghost stories and woodblock prints. It birthed the iconic, eerie dress code we know today. A pure white kimono, tall, single-toothed wooden clogs, a face painted ghastly white, and an inverted iron tripod worn on the head with 3 burning candles. Stealthy, completely terrifying, and surprisingly fashionable. But there is a catch, a massive, fatal one. You must never, ever be seen. If even a single soul witnesses your 2 a.m. hammering session, the entire ritual is voided. Historians joke that this rule was practically invented by shrine keepers to deter vandalism. But in the lore, the midnight secrecy is absolute. If you are spotted, tradition dictates you must kill the witness or face the ultimate consequence yourself. That consequence is called Noro Gaishi, the curse backfiring. There's an old Japanese proverb: if you curse someone, dig 2 graves. If the ritual is witnessed, or if the victim discovers the curse and counters it, all that lethal, concentrated dark energy rebounds instantly. It strikes the cursor, often killing them on the spot. It is the ultimate high-stakes gamble, where your own life is the collateral. Imagine the psychological toll. Sneaking into a pitch-black, ancient forest at 2 a.m., dressed like a demon, balancing on single-toothed sandals with lit candles on your head. Doing this for 7 nights requires an extreme state of mind. The ritual is not just about casting a spell. The extreme tension and isolation systematically shatter the cursor's own psychological stability, arguably turning them into the very monster they are trying to summon. Think this is just ancient mythology? Think again. Even today, priests at modern Japanese shrines frequently stumble upon fresh gosun kugi, the 5-inch iron nails, and rotting straw dolls driven deep into their ancient trees. These are real, physical scars left on trees that have survived for hundreds of years, putting the sacred flora at severe risk of disease and dying. The dark heart of human resentment, it seems, has not changed at all. However, leave your hammer at home. While modern Japanese law considers the act of cursing itself a superstitious impossibility, meaning you won't be charged with murder, the police will absolutely arrest you. Trespassing in a shrine at night, damaging a sacred tree, and intimidating someone by telling them they are cursed are serious crimes. In fact, people have been arrested recently for nailing effigies of political figures, proving the police don't care about your magic. Let's clear up a major cultural misunderstanding. Do not confuse this with a Hollywood voodoo doll. Actual voodoo dolls are historically used for healing and acting as vessels for divine spirits. The idea of sticking pins in them for revenge is largely a colonial fiction. In stark contrast, the Japanese Wara Ningyo straw effigy was explicitly and exclusively developed for one single purpose: lethal, merciless attacks on your enemies. In Japanese folklore, the physical ties to the victim are everything. Just like we mentioned earlier, using a target's hair, a personal item, or writing their name binds their soul to the effigy. It is a chilling reminder of how traditional Japanese magic views the human body and identity. Once that physical or conceptual link is established inside the straw doll, the curse becomes a homing missile that is impossible to escape. Naturally, this terrifying tradition has heavily influenced Japanese pop culture. You can see its DNA in massive global hits like Jujutsu Kaisen and Chainsaw Man, or classic horror games like Fatal Frame. It remains the ultimate trope of relentless, obsessive revenge. You can even find commercialized curse proxy kits sold online today, proving that the business of ancient revenge is still highly profitable in the modern digital age. This brings us to the ultimate paradox of Noroi, a curse, in Japan. It highlights the profound duality of their spiritual spaces. The very sacred environments and ancient trees meant for protection, healing, and community blessing can, when fueled by intense human hatred, be weaponized to kill. The holy and the horrific are inextricably intertwined, reminding us that the darkest monsters are not always ghosts. They are usually just ordinary humans with a deadly grudge. So the next time you find yourself in Japan, enjoying the serene, peaceful atmosphere of a traditional Shinto shrine bathed in warm sunlight, take a moment to look closely at the trunks of the oldest, largest trees. If you happen to spot deep, rusty nail holes hidden in the bark, ask yourself, would you dare to wander back into those same quiet woods all alone when the clock strikes 2 a.m.?
If you survived this deep dive into Japan's authentic dark history and want to learn more, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now. Forget the sanitized tourist brochures. We have plenty more forbidden cultural taboos, creepy folklore, and fascinating historical secrets from Japan to uncover. Stay curious, stay safe, and whatever you do, never go wandering around ancient shrines with a hammer in the middle of the night. See you in the next video.